Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Eve's Barnside Chat. You can find us in Campbellville, Ontario. We have rescued chickens, pigs, and cows and goats. We've got plenty more farmed animals, big and small, all for love and love for all. Welcome to Eve's Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Eve's Barnside Chat. Our mission is to inspire kindness and compassion for farmed animals everywhere. You can help us take action by volunteering or through donations, or visit our store and check out our website to learn more. Welcome to Eve's Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Eve's Barnside Chat. Happily ever after Farm Sanctuary.
Hello, friends. How you doing today? Welcome to Heaps Barnside Chat. My name's Derek, and welcome. It might be your first time here joining us, and if it is, we hope you're having a fantastic day, and are you in for some surprises. All of the latest happenings, I'm going to cover them right now. Everything that's happening at the farm, I will cover it, including the week's latest gossip from Steve's Magic Rainbow Bag. Steve is not here today. He's off doing Steve things. As you know, Steve also works as well as doing social media for Esther's page. He also has his own job that he does, so he's out doing that today. Again, welcome. My name's Derek Walter. I'm one of the founders of Heaps. Steve is the other founder. And remember, today is all about answering the questions in the Magic Rainbow Bag. So if you have a question, put it down below in the comment feed, and a kind admin volunteer that helps us keep this a safe space, they will take the questions out and they will email them to us for the Barnside Chat. And if we don't get to your question today, the questions do stay inside of the rainbow bag. That way that they're there for next week for us. And if there's something that I don't know the answer to, I will tell you that I don't know the answer, and I will find that out for you. Oh my goodness. Let's see where we have people tuning in from. I always like to take a look at the chat just for a second. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Hello, Michelle from Georgia. We've got UK, East Yorkshire. Hello, Sandra. Nice to see you. Alabama, Stacy. We got Germany. Carl. Hello, Carl. Carl from Germany's joining us. We've got Sally from Philadelphia. We've got Amy from Pittsburgh. Finland. Hello, Arja. Hello. The best part of Mondays. Thank you so much, Mary. Hello from Sweden. We've got Angela. We got Florida. Jennifer in Florida. Wow, there's a great representation out there today. North Carolina. Hello, Kathy. Pauline from Virginia. Lots of people from the States. Hello, Sylvia from Montreal. Montreal is one of my favorite places to check out if you live close by. If you're in Ontario, or if you've never checked out Montreal, it's awesome. It's like old Europe. Or it's like Europe, Montreal. Old Montreal is like Europe. There, let me try that again. A couple of things before we get started is just to remind you all that we've got the Heaps online auction going on right now. And that's from April 15th to April 30th. April 30th is this Saturday. And if you have not checked out the auction, I have to ask, why have you not checked out the auction? The online auction helps fund the place that's behind me. It helps provide shelter, medical, and food for all of the residents that call this place home. So head on over and check out the online auction. One of our admin volunteers, there it is. They put it up. There it is. Get your bids in the spring online auction. So if you look in the comment feed below, you'll see a link that will take you over to the auction. And there are a lot of great things up for grabs this spring auction. I'm going to show a few of them to you. But before we do that, I'd like to cover just a couple of the basics here. Number one, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, please, please, please head on over to happilyeverester.ca and make sure that you do sign up for the newsletter. Subscribe to it, and we promise to send you not too much information. We'll send you just the right amount of information and sometimes a cherry right on top, and you'll find out things that's happening around the farm before anybody else. The newsletter is also part of our contingency plan here at the farm, and we're always contingency planning and staying in front of some of these things that could present trouble for us. We want to make sure that we're ready. So what would happen if Facebook all of a sudden went down and we had an emergency and we couldn't contact you, we couldn't let you know about it? Contacting you is an important part of operating the sanctuary and letting you know everything that's happening around the farm. And we wouldn't have any way to contact you. So head on over and put in an email there, and that way you'll stay in constant contact with the sanctuary. It's so important that we keep our messages of compassion and kindness for farmed animals everywhere flowing out in all directions, all streams. So head on over there and please, please, please sign up for the newsletter. Remember to like the Facebook page. Go up and click on like and follow us, and that way you will make sure that you don't miss any of the Barnside chats because we know how much you enjoy them. We also have other social media channels. Happily Ever Esther is over on Instagram, TikTok, and now YouTube. The YouTube channel right now has all of the Barnside chats. So if you happen to miss one, or you want to watch a bunch in a row, or it's an easy way to look back in time over there. Okay, let's take a question from the question bag, and then I'm going to show you some of the things that are up for grabs in the auction. The question, oh, there's a lot of questions in the bag today. Whoops, there's a lot of questions. Let's see. Question number 1. Here it is. Oh, it's a blank. How? I thought it was a blank piece of paper, but the question is so small, or so short. It just says, how is Nancy? So Nancy is doing okay. I don't want to give anybody false healing hope. I'm sure Andrea would have liked to cover this with you. So as it turns out, Nancy has to go back for another operation to have more of his wing removed. When his wing was removed, they did biopsies to make sure that there was no cancer prevalent, no cancer there. And unfortunately, post-op, some of those samples came back with cancer. And so that means that we have to take off more of his wing so that we have an appropriate margin around that cancer. But if you were just to walk in there right now and see Nancy in the coop, you wouldn't know that anything was wrong with Nancy. He's happily eating and pooping and doing his bird thing. And you wouldn't even know anything was wrong. So everybody please keep your fingers crossed because Nancy will be going in for another surgery very soon. Angela Squirrel wants to know, when is the next mystery box coming? It's gonna be a mystery. There's nothing right now on the plan for this spring, but there are a couple coming later in the year. There will be one that'll be happening in the summertime and also one in the fall. So the mystery boxes, if you're not familiar with what the mystery boxes are, it's where we send you a box And you're not allowed to open it. That's all part of the fun. You're not allowed to open it, and we open it all together on a live Zoom call, and we go through the box. And usually they have the experience boxes, the mystery box, have some sort of experience intertwined in it. So last year we had crafts and cocktails. So we made some Christmas ornaments together, and we made drinks together, and then there was, we did a games night one night where we all played bingo together. I think that was my favorite one so far. And inside of the box is everything that you need to play the game or do the activity. We do it all together. And then there's, of course, also exclusive merchandise that's just for that experience box or the mystery box. Each mystery box, each experience box comes with a pressed coin, a collectible coin, and each coin is different, and they're collectible all the way around. And while I'm speaking of the coin, there's actually 3 of the collectible coins are in the auction. You can head on over to Heath's online auction, and you can make a bid on the set of 3 coins. So that was a long answer, but to say that there's no experience box this quarter, and to keep your eyes to the newsletter because we'll let you know when the next one's coming out. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is not a great week on the farm. There's a lot happening, and operating a sanctuary has full of its challenges. This next question is, can we get a Bobby update, please? So, Bobby has started bleeding again from her vulva, and she will be transported back to OVC either today or tomorrow. We're not talking about a lot of blood, but the sign of any blood coming from where it shouldn't be is a sign for concern, and we definitely want to have it looked after. One of the biggest risks that exists with Bobby's file, with her, with her personal care, is that Bobby almost died a few times during her last toe removal. And as you remember, or if you don't remember, Bobby Girl had a piece of her hoof removed. She had one toe removed. She got a really bad infection in it, and it was determined that we needed to remove that toe. And she did not do well under the anesthesia, and she crashed a few times. And after the operation, she needed to be sedated a couple of times for cleaning and bandage changes, and it was not great either. My heart's pretty sad right now, thinking about the choice that we have to make about sedating Bobby with the possibility of knowing that she could have a really hard time and perhaps pass. And that risk exists with all of the animals here whenever we sedate them or put them under general anesthesia. There are risks involved. And all together as a team, we make decisions that we think are the best, the best fit for the resident. And Bobby Girl still got lots of life left in her. We have to find out what's wrong, and if that is risking sedation to figure out what the underlying problem is, it feels like we're going to be doing that. And it is so difficult to sign off, and even though we know she's had problems with sedation and anesthesia, it's Bobby Girl, and we have to do our best to figure out the remedy that is suitable for her. If you were to go in the barn right now, well, actually we can. If you were to go in the barn right now, which we're going to because I'd like to see her, you'll see that she's normal Bobby Girl. She's doing her normal Bobby Girl thing. She ate her breakfast, and she shows up for treats and snacks. But here's Angie, the volunteer, with her pitchfork heading in the barn. It's National Volunteer Week, and we are honoring all of our volunteers that help out at the farm. Angie being one of them. She has put so much love and dedication into this place, and all the volunteers that help out here just do such an amazing job at bettering the residents' lives and providing them with enrichment and clean spaces and a different pace. Angie just walked by with her hood on again. She doesn't want to be seen. Angie helped with the dunk tank, the polar ice plunge. She was our firefighter on site to make sure that if Stephen or I went to, if we did anything silly, she would knock us back in line. So, safety first. She was definitely an intricate part of that polar ice plunge. All the volunteers here do such an amazing job. The board of directors volunteer. They have such an amazing skill set, and they keep this place in, the absolute best shape that it can be on the books. Behind me we've got the barn. Maintenance handles the barn. Maintenance handles the pastures. The caregivers handle the residents. But the board members, they handle all of the legal behind the scenes HR, website, the newsletter, the financials. It's just a huge job that the volunteer corps does for this place, and a round of applause for them for sure. They deserve a standing ovation. They deserve a pat on the back. The Heaths volunteers really are truly the best. So it started to rain. It's raining just a little bit. It's not too bad. Let's take a question from the question bag. When are the t-shirts for Pride Week ready for sale? Sharon, they're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Just keep your eye on the Facebook page. We will let you know as soon as they are ready. The Pride designs this year are awesome. No question on that one. Remember, friends, if you have a question you'd like it answered, you can put it in the comment feed below. You can email us, or you can also private message the page if you're too shy to put your question below. There are no silly questions, and if we have covered the question before, we'll cover it again. Or chances are somebody on the comment feed below, they might know they might know the answer to your question, and you might get it answered right there, right now. Okay? There we go. All right, let's cover some of the auction things. The Heaths online auction is happening right now until the 30th. And if you head on over to the Heaths online auction page, you'll see a whole litany of things that are up for grabs. And I'm going to show you a few of those items right now. So on the Heaths Silent Auction Facebook page, so head on over there, make sure you like it. And you can start to scroll through some of the items that are available. And you can see we've got the rules, the online instructions, how to pay. So there it is, the emblem, the hex, all printed out on a nice, beautiful board. Another design that was on one of our sweatshirts on a board. The barn board necklace, that's actually a piece of the old barn that was when it was tore down. Big, beautiful woven blankets, jewelry made from copper found around the farm. A big, huge woven blanket of Denver. Oh yeah, and this sweater, you might recognize it. It's actually my sweater that I'm wearing. That's the staff sweater with the hex design on it. We got Catherine and George as a print. We got Claudia and Wilma as a mug set. Make sure you head on over there, get your wallets out, put your bid down for the Terry pillow. I love the pillows. Bobby Girl diamond artwork. This thing has almost 50,000 tiny little jewels that make up that image. Another staff sweater. One of my hoodies. We went through the closet and cleaned them out. Staff sweater up for grabs. There it is. Starting bid $25, incremental bids of $5. Another one-of-a-kind sweatshirt, the Love Lives Here sweatshirt. They're causing quite a buzz. You can head on over there and you'll be supporting the farm with every dollar. This is beautiful, this mosaic black frame tile of Steve and Esther, a big, huge print of Denver. He's so handsome. A 4 set of chicken mugs. Get out of town. I want that. I think Andrea wants that too. I think she does. The iconic sweater. We got a pumpkin pillow. Aw, I kind of want that too. Beautiful photo of Diablo stretched on canvas. Make sure you head on over to the auction site. You can see all these things and more. Oh, a Richard pillow. Well, that's hilarious. I love that. Oh, now that's causing quite a storm. Look at how many bids are on that. 16 bids on the pillow with the hex design. a print, a canvas print of Pumpkin. How beautiful is she? Moby, oh my gosh. He's friends with everybody. Not. Oh, this image here of Pouty laying in the field is so flippin' beautiful. It looks amazing as a print. It's also on a blanket. You'll also find it as a blanket, I think. The Heath's mystery box. So this mystery box is going to cause quite a stir, and you'll see there's 15 bids on it already. We've stuffed this box right to the brim with all exclusive merchandise from leftover from the other experience boxes. Mosaic artwork. There's the coin sets. More artwork. Another sweatshirt, one of a kind. Esther with a Christmas background. Copper found on the property, banged into jewelry. Oh, and that smiley face with those big ears. How can we miss that? The iconic Peace Love Esther logo from Esther the Wonder Pig. On this quilt is noteworthy. This quilt is so beautiful. There are images all worked into this quilt. And I don't know if you know how difficult quilting is, but this person did a fantastic job at this. Thank you so much to the folks that donated items for the auction. Make sure you head on over to the auction site, click like and follow. Put down a bid on this beautiful yammy artwork or this ornament with the hex design. It's a symbol of protection and safety that we have put on the barn. And there's Nancy canvas print. So thank you so much to anybody for donating. Oh, the camera's struggling here too. There we go. I think. Let's try. There we are. Thank you to anybody that donated items to the auction. And if you donated an item and you don't see it in this auction, don't fret, because we pair stuff together, and other times we save stuff for next auctions, and other times we use some of the auction items as gifts. We have got a lot of people to thank, and sometimes we end up giving some of these things away in gift baskets to, like, our vet at Christmas time. And there's a lot of gift giving opportunities. So anything that you ever give to the farm will be used to its utmost. The strategy for it will be always considered. And we thank everybody for bidding. Anybody that donated anything, we thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. We couldn't do this without your help. I'm holding a big blanket here. I wanted to show you a really big blanket. This is a woven blanket, and let me show you how big this is. It is so big. It's just like Denver. Huge. Beautiful woven blanket. Let me come up close and I'll show you the thread work on it. It's got beautiful thread work. And this blanket can be laying across you, or you can you can put it on your couch. It'll dress up any room with this big handsome face. So you can head on over to the auction site and you can see this blanket along with others that are available. And don't forget, the auction closes on April 30th. Okay, let me fold this all back up. Is Bobby Girl available, or is she not available?
She's good. Kevin's just staying in here, but she's good.
Yeah? We're going to head on down the hallway and check out Bobby Girl. Before we do that, let's see. This question is from Cindy. And Cindy wants to know, when are you going to start in-person tours and visits? That's a great question, Cindy. It's coming soon. We were just handling our protocols as it relates to the avian bird flu influenza that is currently shattering farms across North America right now. And keeping our birds safe is always at the top of our priority, especially when there's a reportable disease in the area like that. So we've got those all shored up, and the volunteer work days are also starting back up now that we have all those protocols in place. So if you want to sign up for the newsletter, you'll get the first call out for when that stuff is available. And I suspect that stuff will come out, all those dates will come out once the auction is over. All right, let's grab another question from the question bag. If you have a question and you need it answered, you can put it in the comment feed below, and I will do my best to answer as many questions How did Bobby Girl's tests go, Susan? Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Susan, for thinking about Bobby. They were only able to do limited tests the last time, and that was due to the sedation risks that we talked about. So they were doing belly rubs and what is the word that I'm looking for? The test, ultrasound. They were doing ultrasound on her, and so now we're going to be looking at some deeper diagnostics, which is going to require her to be fully sedated. Janice wants to know, are the vets at OVC getting a lot of use from the machine you donated? You were talking, Janice, about the Esther scanner, Canada's largest CT scanner with a gantry that's really big. The gantry is the hole in the middle. That's the size of the image that you can get, and this device was donated, all thanks to everybody coming together, all the supporters from around the world coming together to get that money. I don't know if you remember, but it was a very expensive machine. It was, I think it was around 600,000 US, if I'm remembering correctly. And we installed that machine at OVC, and they are getting daily use out of it. So, yeah, that's going great. Let's go down and see Bobby Girl before we run out of time. I'm coming down. Coming down, coming down. Here's Kevin from Facilities Maintenance. Here's Oksana. Oh, and there's Bobby Girl. Hi, baby girl. There she is. Isn't she so beautiful? Everybody comment below how beautiful Bobby Girl is. If you think she's pretty, give her a thumbs up or a heart. Everybody wish her well. Dr. Sarah is going to be on farm a little bit later today. And we'll be making a plan for Bobby Girl. Right, baby? Hi. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Nice. It's raining out. You can see her lanai. She has access to an outdoor area that's fully padded and clean, just especially for her case. Bobby Girl is a 10-year-old beautiful pig, aren't you? And she found her way to Heaths from another sanctuary. She was one of the first residents, one of the first few residents to arrive here at Heaths. And she came from a failing sanctuary that unfortunately did not have great succession planning. And Bobby Girl and some of her friends, well, actually, there were hundreds of animals at that farm that needed to be rehomed. And Bobby Girl was one of them. And Bobby Girl found her way to this farm when she was found with, I believe she must have had a really bad fall off of a truck. And the photos that exist and the injuries that existed were indicative of falling off of a truck. So we're just hypothesizing. And she had broken legs, and she walks a bit different than the rest of the pigs. The pigs do, but anyways, that's Bobby Girl. Let's take another question from the question bag. We're almost out of time. This time flies. Hello, Bobby Girl. Here, we'll put the camera back on Bobby Girl. Yeah. Oh, and there's an old stall plaque from Lenny. If you remember Lenny has since passed away, and also Mr. Beloved Bear. And Bobby Girl came with Lenny and Bear, and also Captain Dan. Okay, let's see. I think this will probably be the last question. That one's empty too. Okay, this question is from Eileen, and Eileen writes, do you keep Esther out of the main garden that you feed the other animals out of, or is she a free-range piggy? Esther is a free-range piggy. She's able to visit the garden whenever she likes. The beds are all raised, so she doesn't hop into the beds typically. I'm not going to say she's never done it before, but typically the raised beds keep her out of the garden, and she just forages and munches around the grasses and stuff that's hanging over the edge. The grass inside the vegetable garden area is quite green, and it's very long all of the time, very lush, and that's because we water the vegetable garden frequently, and so the grass in the area is also getting watered. Friends, if you have a question you'd like answered, please put it in the question feed below, email us, or private message us on the page. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name's Derek Walter. I'm one of the founders of Heaps. I wish everybody has an amazing day today. I hope you got lots of rest last night, and we will see you next week on the Barnside Chat. Have a great week, everybody. Goodbye.
All we need is a place to be and a few good friends for some company. If you'd like to stay, you don't have to leave. We'll leave the lights on and the door unlocked. If you drop on by, you don't have to knock. We're happy to share whatever we've got.